My brother vanished the week before his trial. I was not prepared for what I'd find in his storage unit. Liam called me at work on a Thursday afternoon saying our brother Garrett hadn't shown up for his pre-trial hearing that morning. The judge issued a bench warrant and Garrett's lawyer couldn't reach him. His phone went straight to voicemail and his apartment door was locked with lights off inside. My stomach dropped because Garrett was facing serious embezzlement charges and disappearing right before trial made him look guilty as hell. I told my boss I had a family emergency and drove straight to Garrett's place across town. His landlord met me there with a spare key after I explained the situation. The apartment was mostly empty with furniture but personal items gone. His closet had hangers with nothing on them and dresser drawers hung open showing empty space where clothes used to be. The bathroom had no toiletries and the medicine cabinet was bare. It looked like he'd packed in a hurry and left sometime in the past day or two. I found a storage unit receipt on the kitchen counter with an address for Riverside Storage about 20 miles away. The receipt was dated 6 months ago and had Garrett's signature on it. I took a photo of it and texted Liam saying we needed to check this place out. Liam met me at the storage facility an hour later looking as worried as I felt. We went to the office where a woman named Dorothy sat behind a desk covered in paperwork. I explained we were looking for our brother's unit and showed her the receipt. She typed into her computer and frowned at the screen before telling us Garrett had paid for 18 months upfront in cash. That seemed weird since Garrett was supposedly broke from legal fees. She gave us the unit number and directions to Building C at the back of the property. The unit was one of those medium-sized ones with an orange roll-up door and a heavy padlock. Liam had Garrett's spare key ring from when he'd borrowed Garrett's truck last month. We tried every key until one clicked and the lock opened. The door made a loud grinding noise as we pulled it up, revealing what looked like a small office inside. There was a folding table with a laptop, 3 cardboard boxes stacked against the wall, and a filing cabinet with the drawers slightly open. The air smelled like old paper and something else I couldn't identify. Liam opened the laptop first, and it powered on without a password. The desktop had folders labeled by year going back 5 years. He clicked on the most recent one and found hundreds of spreadsheets tracking money movements between different accounts. Each spreadsheet had 2 columns labeled official and actual with numbers that didn't match. I started going through the filing cabinet while Liam studied the laptop. The top drawer had bank statements from accounts I'd never heard of. The names on the statements were people I didn't recognize, but the addresses were all Garrett's apartment. The second drawer had photocopies of checks made out to various vendors for Garrett's company. I worked in accounting, so I knew what I was looking at. These were duplicate payments for services that were never rendered. Each check had been cashed at different banks across the state. The amounts ranged from $5,000 to $30,000 per check. My hands started shaking as I realized this wasn't the $200,000 embezzlement case Garrett's lawyer had told us about. This was way bigger. I pulled out my phone and started taking pictures of everything. Liam found a folder on the laptop titled Insurance Policy that contained copies of emails between Garrett and someone named Vivian Ashford. The emails discussed transferring money to offshore accounts and creating false paper trails. Vivian's signature line said she was the CFO of Garrett's company. I remembered meeting her at Garrett's office Christmas party 3 years ago. She seemed nice and professional and nothing like someone who'd helped steal millions. One of the cardboard boxes contained burner phones still in their packaging, along with prepaid debit cards and fake IDs with Garrett's photo, but different names. Another box had passports from 3 different countries, all with Garrett's picture and various identities. The third box was full of cash in neat stacks of hundreds bound with rubber bands. Liam counted it while I kept photographing documents. He got to $47,000 before we heard voices outside the unit. We froze as footsteps approached our unit. Full story on my channel and linked below.